a time in. Tribal war can't solve the problem. Oh no, tribal war can't solve it at all. You hear what I say? Tribal war can't solve the problem. Tribal war can't solve it at all. Just the other day, I forward down a riverside. Now figure check Ronnie, I scrub some clothes. As she spoke up her herb in her little chalk pipe, she said, sure, not even the soap nor soda again. Me God, tribal war can't solve the problem. My God, tribal war can't solve it at all. You hear? Tribal war can't solve the problem. Oh no, tribal war can't solve it at all. I want you to listen up, man. Into you, are you that wake up? The other day I saw a ladies' war. They were planning to march up to such house. Why? They said they are not getting any justice within the kitchen. So them decide to make a big war with their big spoon. Me God. I said, ladies, tell me where are you going? They said, I'm going to stand up and fight for my right. Tribal war can't solve the problem. You hear? Tribal war can't solve it at all. Did you listen to me? Tribal war can't solve the problem. Tribal war can't solve it at all. Hear this. Another time I saw a youth man with an M16 just lying on his back. I say, youth man, tell me where are you going? He said, I'm going to stand up and fight for my right. You alone? Tribal war can't solve the problem. Tribal war can't solve it at all. My God, tribal war can't solve the problem. Did you hear? Tribal war can't solve it at all. We should live in love. War can do a thing. The arms of God is helpless. Fathers against sons, countries against countries. What do we need? All we need is love. Live together now. We don't need no war. Did you hear me?
All right, Mr. Alum, brother and sisters, unakusha unakabo this na DJ Million from Toronto, Ontario, Canada. And this event I decided to come back to Una, especially the Salon people already think, where they use an aid. I decided to come to Una and talk again concerning with country Salon. If you just join, you share the video because what they can say is very important, and other people they need to know what they can say. Because until we as Sierra Leoneans them unite, come together and help the country and protect our poor people, the country will always be in a very, very difficult position. So share the video share the video. Me said it's right for share this video. We should all say no to political protest in our country at this time. The greatest form of protest where we forget we Sierra Leoneans them for happy with. We say don't come easy one na the ballot. Then vote. Na aim na the best thing where people for use. Not just patient miss I'm just concentrating and sharing to some groups and I'll join you guys soon. Right. If anybody who want to join me for talk positively, I mean positively, against we brothers and sisters and within a diaspora where they call for dangerous protesting in this country. At this time, if you want to join me to talk positively, you send the message at the link, and then I will send you at the program. I will send you the link for let you able to join and contribute. All right, my brothers and sisters. My question to we all listeners now: Salon or with political parties them? Now so important. That's not the question that why they ask with this. So, Salon and with political party them, which one important to read? Salon and one individual, which one important to read? Ask yourself the question, waiting political party don't do for the country positively. Because waiting me understand, say political parties and non this country that divide and don't divide the country. How? By taking over the mindset of the people, control them, remote control them, by giving them the color, the party name, but nothing not benefits them for the past years when we don't see. We all, if not like way you have people in this part of the world, we get a structured mind, we get a focused mind. We think say this world, this global stage where we did, you need every race and every knowledge of every race to come together for fixing country. Like a lot of us know for the idea like today. But inside we country alone, we see people in Sierra Leone come up from Sierra Leone and they oversee. The way out in the treat them country indirectly and fearful. People are happy that problem go down in the country. But yet these are the people we go cry and tell you, say nothing is working in my country. Nothing is working in my country. Now we ask ourselves the question, how we want Salon for day? How we want for Sierra Leone? Waiting a Salon to be? Salon important to be? Or Salon important to be? That's not the question where we they ask. We all been on cry by election. Say election they come one day, no go hard. As you guys coming, I'm on the show, okay? Right? Make sure you go sit quietly. Take your bags and go sit quietly. I didn't use my mic, that's why I have to keep you guys quiet, right? Okay. All right, thank you. So, like I say, where was I? Well, like I say, People them with the hatredness to the country Sierra Leone. Nine, I cannot understand. I cannot understand. We don't know which man country. Everything is working for us. When which man called protest, he hardly follow you see Salom posting goody. Even though everything about protest is in this country is democratic and structured, it's very difficult for we goody. Some don't come to my own part of my country. We go to parks. Now them park then you see policemen and they restrict people them for let people know who say and who sign off for day. We obey the laws of the policeman. We always see any side and gather. Policeman did it. Even when they do construction, now good. You must get one or two policemen we go day with them people and day. Why? To make sure say those people are protected while doing their work, and mostly for maintain law and order. Because why is them people in the work? They want to make sure say everybody will drive past that road day for obey that speed limit. So the policeman is being stationed for let anybody drive safe for take and say, even if I want to break the laws, if I want to drive above the limit, like I get in my mind, say policeman, they already watch me. So that's now a form of cautioning people, say, here, law and order the work. Policeman did it. In this part of the world, every protest where we don't see, go to the news, go to YouTube and check on protest. You're able to identify the presence of police officers. Why? Because now police officers then get for grant you the permission for flow, usai and usai for go, and make sure say you not do nothing with the above the law. In protest, there are responsibilities where you take. That is why you get for write the police, inform the police. Why? For security. The police go look at your protest, look at what's in the happen at the country, and weigh up the tension and see and say there's need or there's no need for grant you the permission. If the police see security threat and say no to you, you don't have to force it. If you force it, you are breaking the law, and the police get right for maintain law and order. I just to put and let people understand. But politics today don't divide a lot of we Sierra Leoneans to the extent that some of us don't think. We don't ask questions. People are so tied up to political parties that the love for themselves, the integrity, then the morals is not there. People see Sierra Leone as the political party. If a political party not in a power, there is no Sierra Leone. That is how people see Sierra Leone. If my political party not in a power, electing the work in Sierra Leone, nothing of the work. And we've successfully misinformed with people them, especially within the diaspora, we suppose for teach with people them basics, ethics, morals, decency, lawful behavior, the attitude of a structured citizen. You attribute towards your nation and what you for do and what you know for do. We have failed to pass on this to our people because we are politically connected than us being nationalistic. There's no nationalism in us. There is none. All of us are focused on promoting tribal, regional politics. That is why it is very difficult for us to see our nation, Sierra Leone, as the main focus. Us in the diaspora, we preach hate, we preach division, we preach irresponsibility, we preach lawlessness, and we preach bitterness. When it comes to our country, Sierra Leone, we are not patriotic, we are not structured, we are not honest, we are not serious. The level of deception, the level of misinformation we pass on to our brothers and sisters against our own nation is terrible. It's terrible. Today, a lot of us are here in a society where everything works for us, where everything is okay. Our kids are well taken care of. The society suits human being. Everything is in place, structured. But when it comes to Sierra Leone, we are passing those things that are not of this world. Things that we are not supposed to be passing on. That is what we are giving back to our country. We want our country to be seen as the worst place on earth. Why? Because our own political parties are not in power. We are failing to promote decent characters of our nation. Why? Because our political parties are not in authority. That is what we are doing to our nation. Today, I'm seeing a lot of diasporans, due to the political belief, 4 days to election, they're asking people to take to the street for protest. Why? It doesn't make any sense, because the things you are calling people to take to the street for or on, those issues, they are issues that your leaders accepted. They are evidence of your leaders telling the world how okay those things are. But today, you guys want to create unrest because you are afraid of losing an election. You could have been in a better position towards the election. But again, the same way you are treating Sierra Leone, that's the same way you treated your own political party. Now you've realized that it's very difficult for your institution to be elected or voted for. So what you guys want to create is a nation in conflict. This is what you want to create. This is what you guys are happy about. Pushing your leaders, forcing your leaders to take the poor people to the street. And those poor people, they've been poor for 11 years when your leaders were in authority. Nothing was working for them. Nothing soever. We are at the bottom of global index in development, economic, education, women empowerment, in health, in job employment. We were at the bottom of world index. For these very leaders you are pushing people to take to the street to protest for. And some of you have the guts to tell people to go and stand and burn up police officers, kill them, create roadblocks, disrupt the peace of the country. For these very politicians who failed to deliver in the 11 years, or 15 years ago, 16 years ago. They failed to deliver. They were in authority for 11 years. Our people were fighting for rotten, stale food. at dump site in my country. Our people were fighting each other. Stale food, stale chicken. We say rotten chicken. Our people were fighting. Mm-hmm. There were instances where young kids were being fed. They were giving them food in their hands, no plate or no dish, like slaves in that nation. But today, you want to take these very people, the people you kept poor, the people you left in terrible situations, you want to take them to the street to protest, not for themselves, but because your politicians are at the hem of losing power again. This is not patriotism. This is hatredness for your country. I'm seeing friends, people in Maryland, they are teaming up with people who are acting like terrorists against our country. They are in places like Europe, in America, calling for people to take to the street with gas. We say petrol in Sierra Leone, gas, to burn up government structures, to burn up security officers, to burn down the houses of people who are not supporting them. That is terrorism. That is why I'm telling some of my brothers and sisters in the diaspora, hey, some of you guys think, oh, you are doing this, oh, I'm a Sierra Leonean because I live in America, I can host anybody, I can do whatever. Freedom of speech comes with responsibilities, my brother, my sister. You cannot you cannot hand your platform to somebody who is being defined as a terrorist. The words that are coming off his mouth, the things that he's saying are equivalent to the definition of a terrorist. You accept, you bring that person to your program, and then you say, oh, you are fighting for Sierra Leone. That is not fighting for Sierra Leone. You are aiding and abetting terrorism. That is what you're doing. And de facto, you aid and abet terrorism. They bring somebody where we all know say, all waiting they say, not to for country. Now go burn policeman. August 10, people went there and killed police officers. When I go burn people that also support with politicians. Yes, they went and burned down the houses of opposition members. I'm sorry, your own party members. The words and way they come out now in mouth. Now waiting America define as terrorism. For you for call for kill other person, not terrorism. But ignorantly, some of you guys are bringing these people to your platform. They think, say, hey, that's all they talk about. Listen, all this call when they call for people for good protest. I hear about they talk, let people go to the street tonight and cause problem. Listen, the international community are there. They already know. They call your leaders to meetings. They ask them, what are your concerns? And the concerns and way they raise these concerns, they don't make sense. Because if you are calling people to take to the street to go protest because you don't want the ECSL boss, you want him to resign, then it's stupidity. It's stupidity. That is why your leader, Samura Kamara, went to campaign yesterday. He told the people, because he gave 72 hours. You guys forced him to give 72 hours to the ECSL boss. And after the meeting, after the questions been asked to him, and those who were there saw that the concerns are not genuine. These concerns are not okay. He went out to campaign and told the supporters, go out Saturday and vote. Go and cast your vote for Samoa Kamara. Because Samoa Kamara don't say, this thing where people and they push him for doing this country, it doesn't make sense. Samoa Kamara will realize, say, wait till una push him for go say, if they realize now, say, well, now this ECSL boss, I go do nomination under. Now this ECSL boss, I go sit down and accept, say, I go obey the rules and regulation of the election. Now this ECSL boss do the ID card when me someone come and see and say everything okay. I made a video on that. Now this ECSL boss been there on a stage with me and the president where we agree in the presence of the Commonwealth that we go follow the process of the electoral process, take it done peacefully. Someone come and realize that. But because a lot of you guys, like I said in my last statement, a lot of you, the guys who have been on there around Samoa Kama from 2018, where we don't promise jobs, then people here see and say, hey, we cannot let us not cause problem. You know, all this lie about the international community, they're ready and then free tongue, about the light, then international community, free tongue, they're ready for now we no more in the wet, they're ready. It's not going to work. Anybody going that lost in life, they are not going to blame the government of the day. Common sense. They're not going to blame the government of the day. Let nobody not fool una. Let nobody not tell una say, una go spark something, if they kill anybody with the message on what they send, any policeman, una kill them, this and that, blah, blah, blah. The kind of bitterness why I don't put the people, the international community aware of these things what they create. Alright? They are aware, saying that una the APC they create all this tension. Now they see they burn people in host and say they burn APC party. Now una create this tension for goodness sake. Now una create them. It is the APC. There is no evidence for sure say for these 5 years the government don't create any political tension. Now they create this tension. Why? Because una think so una party not in a power, so una for create unrest. It's not going to work. All this fake talk about the international community, it's all lies. All lies. So when I sit down, when I tell people and go on the streets and go misbehave from policemen, we have international observers in that country. The security forces get for make sure say them people and they are protected. So anybody who go make unrest, say they go make protest at that country, the law they take in cause. And those security forces, they are there to defend lives and property, and they're going to defend their own life. So when I go make, come on, 4 days with all the bluff on they talk, say the party go and mother be the go this and that. If you believe in the number, why they call on for protest? These are the question of the international community. If una sure say these people them where una say una get, they are coming to vote for you, then the international community is there to give you a fair for observe them well. If una get the number, una go out there and vote. But you want to take poor people for going to the street for go die. You know, my question, if you don't watch me, you don't know Sierra Leone or you get fumble them way, or you know APC, and maybe you don't get twisted with the misinformation, the misconception and the deceit by the APC media. Let I ask you one question where maybe you not ask. Then one way they say for go protest too. And they see a lot of them. I see one of my brother perspective scope. I wonder why this brother don't drop so low. And they see a lot of them. They join voice with Adebayo and all that, and they call on people for go protest and this and that. But the question they ask, owner the diaspora, this is my question here, right? Then why would they say let people and go protest because the election not for right? Ask them this question for me, my brother and my sister. What are you guys doing in America, in England, in Australia, in continental Europe? Why una no go down and make sure say una go beef up the number for give the vote to the APC? Why? Una sit over, see no more they cause problem, take the poor people them. When una party no one day do nothing for men and go on street for go die for politicians. Why una no they don't they forget the number? Why? Some people listen oversee, don't tell una say, then only they ask question back. Sierra Leone diaspora them. Una don't so dumb that to the extent that bitterness, hatredness don't make only ask question. Only ask question. Some man don't tell you say them right to Joe Biden. Joe Biden. Ibrahim Fona. The last day bluff una say, in don't write personal letter to Joe Biden. Ask yourself the question. Waiting commodity. They don't tell una say then they meet with international committee, then get send the sentence in there. 5 years and don't tell una this. At the end a week or 2 weeks to election, what happened? With all the letter they write, when they say the government kill people in August 10, all kind of thing, people and talk. Sierra Leone, now them vote so. Now the UN Security Council. You know, ask yourself question why, if it makes sense. If them brother and true, they tell you. You don't ask yourself question if now true them brother they tell you about this international community. How on someone can bluff you say are they right to Joe Biden? Are they right to senators then? Now we know how they go meet. Now we know how international community done whatever this and that. But yet the government of the day still they claim by the MCC and they score more. You ask yourself, these are organizations who in a bribe. Now, you ask yourself that question. Why then why they write so on Facebook? Ask yourself question. Why on still in America? Una want for now we win election. Why wanna not go down for go? Because me, I see the SLPP people and plenty of the media people holding there. They're all the freedom. They support the campaign and also try for add to the vote. They are down there. Ask yourself the question, why them people here where they tell us say, "Now we're gonna go protest, now come on the street, so man they make video in the comfort of your home, now America, now Canada, now Europe, now Australia, then sit down, then picking and they plot all kind of device, some man in the basement, they make video, they tell you, say, go let you go protest. Ask and say, why you not left your family can't join you? Why you not go, but they tell me people and for come on the street? Why? Ask them the question. If the international community so hates Julius Maada, why IMF, when they loan people and give people and couple, why they forget Julius Maada money 2 weeks to election? Some man would say, hey, this money has to with common sense. IMF that approach Julius Maada, hey, they get money, more money for campaign. That's some man go with that. But ask yourself the question. If them brother are right about the international community, this international community hates, international community, they want a change of government, why would they be giving somebody who they want for change at the eve of election, they get money? Ask yourself that question there before you continue for the flow with bitterness. My brother, my sister, there's no need for you hate Sierra Leone because Julius Maada BDD. If there are progress, that is Sierra Leone you want to see. In term go done. Election day they come. If you sure say you get the number, go for it and take them out. But for you for create unrest in your country, you think so you the lay foundation for your own party or your own government will come because that continuous unrest and plus the trust where they not get for a leader them 11 years ago and at the same people and better have been fresh people in account. The same faces now when I bring come, you think say international community come? No, and they can what you the cause? But the cause is the country for train more, for suffer more. If we go bad pass waiting when they complain now because you know what you do when them people and they come, then they come for come. Upkeep themselves. They have a lot of people and never create jobs for. So it's got to be the same. And now it will get worse because the international community not trust that facely. So ask yourself the question, my brother, my sister. If them people are they tell you, take you picking in a street, tell you family on a street, international community, they right now. They're ready now. We know now no one they wait for. Now the most stupid talk than the way somebody will tell you that you believe. If you believe that talk, then you get for go for some serious 7 times deep yourself now some giver and deliver yourself. Because the fact is when people they tell you about the international community, then they are now. Hey, they are always there. The super world power, America, then get embassy in our country. They know what's in the happen. The British government then get embassy in our country. They know what's in the happen. France, then did it. Germany, then did it. The key players. Then inside we country, they know what's in happen. So this talk about people they tell you international community don't kind of fit on now, this and that. These are political gimmicks, hoax. What's in doing now? Sense not they see plenty of people they tell me, hey, boo, you really talk about Julius Maada. So hell with that nonsense. So if I be talk about Julius Maada, they criticize them. So when I see something good, I see something bad from a country, I have for stand. And Julius Maada be for hate. And the country they look at. I look at my country. So some of you now look at Julius Maada, but look at your country. If you look at your country, Sierra Leone, then you know go support anybody 4 days to election for them go cause problem. and make people and die for sake of politician. It don't make sense. Adebayo say people for come on this net. Well, I've been told that the security forces are in they're well prepared and ready to make sure say anybody who want to create problem for this election, the law ulam. And one thing, unfortunately, some of you don't even understand. If you really like on APC, you they think wider, they think beyond what you they see. Then tell me, and none of you not go encourage anybody to call people and for go on the street for go protests. If you get that sense of reasoning, if you think beyond what you they a lot of you not go sit down and say, hey, this is the time for people and go like I said again, if you want to join me on the platform, you want to talk positively against this kind of political protest within the corner of this country, just send message. I will send you the link to join me on and make your own statement. Yeah. So like I say, if you get sense and you really the reason, if you know somebody who don't get carried away by the dirty politics of this country, you go able for realize say all waiting then lead you into it don't make sense. Sylvan, can I have water, please? Thank you. You go able for realize say all waiting and they lead you into not make sense. It don't make sense. All right. There is no sensible flow in that thing where they lead una the diaspora into. Then we brought away in a diaspora. So if you never ask them questions, say una all people and protest but una deny. Una one re-election but una go add pan the number. If you never ask them question, now let us show you tell you something again where you for be concerned with. Yeah, all them border then tell you they do so. They are contributing to bring down the numbers of people we go vote for. Thank you very much. Come. Thank you, buddy. All right. They are contributing to the numbers or drop on our numbers. How? Listen, let I explain to you. Let nobody not fool you. No matter what thing them do, the election, it they go on the 24th of June. It go on. When your own flag bearer yourself know that he signed and agreed to it. When our executive leaders or members, they know they signed and agreed to it. So those who are behind the scene trying to fan the flame of conflict or unrest, thinking that is what is going to trigger the international community to say this election is not going to work, you are deceiving yourself. Now, after waiting the APC media successfully do or disrupt the APC, and we don't cause this kind of stress where they want for take now and bring problem at this country. This is what they did. They contributed to this current position where the APC did. They contributed to the current structure where the APC did inside. They contributed to the low turnout of voters where them for be expect, say for don't get prepared for this election. How then do so? By misinformation. And why then succeed? Because a lot of una APC media them been the fight for supremacy rather than helping the party get the structure for election. This be one for sure say get follower passes. This be one for sure say it's a big passes. This be one for sure say the platform big passes. This be one for sure say this. So for make them able to win on over, then come with misinformation. Salon people like bad news. When in the couch bad news, una they follow this person, hey, this person actually talk. And una they fail for check. Una they fail for do research. Una they fail for go out and look at the things they wouldn't see if it's true. Some of or they fail for listen to other media. How they're able for push una into that position for make una fail for do more research? They always they tell una this. Not listen to other people then. Always they tell una fake. Una self una buy them. Una buy them constantly. Una begin to follow them normal. Follow them normal. And at the end of the day, una end up for be the vessel of misinformation. Una turn against una country now. Because what you do, that common sense una supposed for use. Them media people and don't eat them up and don't suck them from una. Waiting and guna. And guna waiting, then want una for no. So in other words, now then they remote control you right inside your parlor. And then they remote control you where they drive your motor car by listening to them. And then the remote control you where you know that you bed, you go to them, you listen to them. That is why you see when in their life, them people them they follow. They will tell you, subscribe. So anytime I come online, you go, no. They will tell you, follow, share, like me page. Because when you like them page, when you subscribe automatically, as in click live, they don't tell to you. You self sit down. You flow. This is how they successfully make una bitter against una nation. To the extent they make una see the one the way LEONEANS been in authority, where we all may know say, now them may go take money for them can scatter Lebanese pupu pawi, Lebanese dirty from Lebanon. Now them very people have been making people and they fat na bomb for chicken. Now them very people have been poor education. Now them very people have been poor health care. Now them very people have been make we brother and say they drink pampas water. We sit in the prostitute in the street because nothing not been the work. Just they work for them. They scatter the money when them bother they ship things and water key. Nobody be pay tax, cut or I don't come in container. When I make like pass, this was the structure. And I make me hey, team me the flow because there was no structure, there was no system. Then just left and free engine. Una been facing hey, it was great. It was not great. That was the destruction of institution. That was the foundation where they lay for destroy things them way for work for we. So them pushing up for belief say they want them better. Why? Because when them people in the day, money they reach them. So what thing they want for do? They want for make una see those people as a saint. And the one that we did now, they make them look like demon. Demon. That is why they go tell on them forum, see. Anything where them talking about, yeah, a person they talk about APC. Now you didn't know what you for do. But the fact is, there were problems where the government faced from them. So they have to talk about it. So you see. So they successfully put una in a situation wherein they dictate to what they want you to hear. And you self allow them to use you and control you from where they are. So today when they call let people and go protest because the election of free and fair, then they fail for tell you say they were the ones responsible for destroying the structure. Because how on earth then they call for census when they know say there are no systems in that country working fairly yet, then government tell una say una no grille them continue. President no get right for call census. They tell una that. Hey, they tell una that. Okay? Una self believe, una not check, una not ask them question, but what to? Even though they tell una say, now this census, now they want to take for election, this and that. Even though when they tell una that, una self not see anything say, but why are we stopping our people to go out there and be counted? Registration come, why are we stopping our people to go out there and get registered? And successfully indoctrinate una, successfully, because of the battle for supremacy, then they get money from rogue politicians successfully. Take una all focus on how to get yourself structured to win an election. Today, they want cause wahala. Today, they want blame Mohamed Kone. Today, they want blame Madabio. Say Madabio want if election. No. While some people are me they misinform una, why some people are me they do things the way not politically correct for a political party, Madabio been they go around and make sure say they identify people them we go able help them for win elections. Look at the by-election. Look how many people and where APC abandon, where APC push na corner, people are with base, people are with followers. Madabio in government way structure we no say you have to have the number for win election. Went out there and seek for the support from them people, and some of them they even give them symbol say run for yourself people. This is how a political party they structure itself for win election. These your media people they lie pound. Hey, don't worry, international community. We don't meet with senators. We don't write Joe Biden. We don't do this. We don't do that. They big talkuna. Like I said, some of we don't know how international community work. Like I said, some of we don't know say Sierra Leone is sovereign state. Like I said, some of we don't know say these are just big shot. A lot of una. Subscribe, touch, notification. Una believe. That is why today, then they fake una with all kind of press release. Some they make, that's why I see one, they say national human rights, whatever, this and that, they write, say, and it's getting the President Bill, say human rights. No, why he talk to Anes Baikuma, they call Anes Baikuma out, this and that. When you read the thing, the rubbish, you know it's not rubbish. You understand? You read the rubbish, it's not rubbish. National, there is nothing like national human rights, international human rights, whatever, heritage. Now they say national, nothing. And when God want come up behind them, when they lie, then put the place say to the Ghana. When they put us Ghana, they put telephone number, or they put in a salon area code. So you see, then they create that thing there now for present and to una for continuously they use una aid them, una get una aid them, but the brain belong to somebody else. They control una, they tell una say international communities. So you see all kind of press release. In fact, now in the APC, when the APC pull press release, you don't know if the APC pull them or the executive pull them or it is real or not. Because you know, people they cut the Secretary General in signature now, then lay them, then Photoshop them with what they want. All man they pull press release in the APC. So this is the problem what we get in the country. The APC has become the problem now we country today. And I believe say there are a lot of decent people we go ready for TINAP and defend the APC after June 24. Because I'm telling you, a lot of dangerous people don't get into that party. So now people are calling for protest. I will tell you how it is not good, you're not doing on advantage for long call protest at this time. Because when you look at this setup, all the tension the way these people watching in the diaspora, they buy the brand phone them, the people's power, the Koita them, the cash box them, the Wiyad them, the Shaba them, all waiting and don't create, all waiting and don't support. Yeah. All that tension when you don't create, na unayon stronghold. Now they happy. Now unayon stronghold. All the support you don't get to Adebayo against the country, against the state. Adebayo and terrorist and practice where they all that support you don't get against the state, against Sierra Leone. Now una stronghold the tension. Una put people level go protest to, they not go protest to the election they go on. And when they go out at the street, they need to go out as peaceful as they are. Then they go with them messages, then where them people they help amplify for kill policeman, for burn government property, for go burn the CSL office, and this and that. And the police will have to maintain law and order. The police will have to keep the state secured and safe. The military will have to step in and make sure say they are there to defend this country from foreign and internal aggressions. And when that happens, election is 4 days and counting. When that happens, the presence of the security forces will be heavy on election day. And because it's heavy, a lot of Kumbra, a lot of people are going to sit at home in your own stronghold because then they're afraid for political tension. At the end of the day, tell me, it makes sense? How are you going to win an election? Una vote the go down. Because the other places, them when a government stronghold, these people are going to vote peacefully. Nobody give them. Some of the places and where government don't gain grounds not enough, they are going to vote peacefully because the security forces will be there to make sure that people vote peacefully. Inside our own country, because of the continuous audio, the continuous misinformation, the continuous deceit, the continuous fire, won't they push? People will be afraid. Just like how they be afraid for can register owner call Augustine. They will be afraid. So tonight, the election, because of una irresponsible call, una haste for disrupt this country, thinking that this election is going to be cancelled. Una don't cause the presence of more security officers into the street of freedom. And when they come to the street of freedom, at the end of the day, your people are going to sit at home because they don't see, say, Augustine. Ignorantly and stupidly, una media then support the Adebayo for call Augustine in the name of a protest. Na sports area, then what we know say, na APC kekte stronghold. Then go then kill policeman. The policeman the way then kill. Not to southeasterners them. Na their own brother then we join police na the northwest. Na in then kill. Then deprive families them of their fathers. Then deprive their own brothers them of their lives. Mothers are crying up till now for them picking them. Now the northwest. Wives are crying for their husbands when have been security officers. Now northwest. Their own very people them. Nine and they use again for dirty politics. For what kind of sense will people then say they get? Then people are not get sense. Then people are them. It's not political mumuism, if English permits me. If there's a word like that. This is dokunuism, aflaunism. Aflaunism. It don't make sense. All the unrest, all this tension where you make, you don't divide the country. North and west, northwest and southeast. You know, then in the good books of the southeasterners, they are going to vote peacefully. The Freetown, the northwest, is no longer a stronghold as we used to call stronghold. No. Freetown is no longer a stronghold. In fact, it was not a stronghold. Yeah? It was not a stronghold. No. Because when you look at how Freetown votes for Pakaba, you cannot call it an APC stronghold. And the people and where people say, hey, Freetown, na Creole people and they be mayor. Then another misinformation. Because Shaka Stephen was mayor 1962 to 1966, not a Creole. It is the same APC where create this myth for let people and think say the mayor for Freetown na Creole if for be. No. And the APC create them. How they create them? Because when the population of Freetown was I don't say Creole dominate the population, but plenty Creole people been there because the population when they come slaves are Freetown, Gloucester na Creole people, Wellington and Waterloo na Creole people, Region na Creole people, York na Creole people, Kent na Creole people, Aberdeen again Creole people, Moritong na Creole people. So those villages them na Creole people them in day. And then the plenty not been travel overseas, plenty not been diet. So because of them people and presence, then we always want for get them vote. So for appease them, they make sure say Freetown na yauna can settle. We they begin use Creole people now for mayor, so we they win the Creole vote. This is how that place they can look like saying a Creole people, but it's not. There's nowhere in the constitution we say for Creole people. Nowhere. So what am I gonna say this? Now, in fact, say you are bringing more pressure into your own stronghold. And when you look at the setup of Freetown today, the Creole people are not they're not make up of 2% na Freetown anymore. No. After that war, the population wey come inside Freetown, it boku pass 3 times or 4 times past the Creole population, or maybe 10 times past the Creole population. If today we talk about 2 million people inside Freetown, maybe we not get reach 100,000 people when a Creole salon, a Freetown. All right. So imagine after that war, don't look at whose side the war been hit more. All right. Look at all them people in the way where migrate, we can seek refuge in a Freetown before January 6 coming through. Plenty no go back home. That is why you see up the hills today, there are no longer trees because all man go find land. So man, through politics of Sababu and Gideon land, all man just put abule, no structure. You go to Freetown today, then corner side where you defend yard. You go all man just put body. This is how Freetown is. So, and then people on the way come. So these people were not APC supporters. People in come out the south of Boku, southeast Boku during the war we come. Then Kailaun, then place and then come Boku. So that is why today you see inside Freetown, when APC come out, you go see crowd. Where SIPP come out, you go see crowd. It is no longer a stronghold. Now a swing state. The APC not for call Freetown a stronghold anymore. Look at the number we come out today for His Excellency Julius Madabio. All right? Look at the number. Somebody say they give money, they give polo. But APC now have been give money, I give polo. Even election day. Even election day, when I give money, I give polo. In fact, I'm not happy. You better than they give more money for the guests. Una be give animal goats them. Be putting them before goat. Now be the way close span. While poor picking them, they don't get team for putting them body. So when they call for protest this net, no say that protest where they call so. The reason we make people say that's what they say for good protest. Una leader them they don't sign and accept everything. So when I come out in nomination, I make some of whom be the laugh some come out in press release say the ECSL boss for resign. It makes sense. It don't make sense. How ECSL boss for resign when Samuel Kamara, now this very ECSL boss, he got enough before, and the ECSL boss approve him after I don't check, approve him, say yes, indeed, you are fit for being the flag bearer and presidential candidate for the APC. So tell me how sensible is that? When a party don't go series of meetings with this ECSL boss. Now this ECSL boss been did the way APC be the win by election. When I win Koya chieftain. Where we NGC been joining now. And this same ECSL boss been did it. Why would not be say no, this election here will not want time because now Mustafa Kone na be ECSL boss. Why? Now answer the question. Why? Why not me say no want Kone or win Koya? Why don't me say no want Kone or na win 1-1 is it 1-1-0 against Josephine Jackson? Why? Why the APC not being right for the party no people press release say we no want Kone? So you see, some of these things don't make sense. And the international community, when they rely upon and say international community this, it don't make sense to them. It honestly don't make sense. Mustafa Mohamed Kone for resign. But Mohamed Kone don't don't win plenty elections. The honest truth here to my brother and sister, the APC supposed to give peace a chance. Yeah. The APC thinks say that they get Salon. And the Salon not belong to them. Nope. Salon does not belong to APC. The APC thinks say their own party not for the in opposition. Yes. And then get this belief, but yet they don't want for vote for good people. Yet they don't want for support good people. Look how many people and good people and inside APC where the APC media support Adebayo for cost them mama them. You see, this is why I say those the one that we see in America, we see on England, we see them in other part of the world, they support the Adebayo. Adebayo actions them, then nobody not fool you. It is the exact definition of a terrorist. Go read them up. Go and look waiting or how the American government or who that's the American government refer to as a terrorist. Then you listen to the audios them we Adebayo make. Anybody we see them, they call for me and take anybody in life in such terrible manner where Adebayo do. Not a terrorist. Me, I don't watch, I don't read them up. I don't read them up. So then nobody not afraid for tell you see Adebayo not a terrorist. He is a terrorist. And I can tell now, then one way in America, where the Aboram, they bring them na them platform. Awala una no say, una don't contribute to the terrorist act of Adebayo. Go read them up. Go check waiting who that the American government where they pan the papa business against terrorism, the fight against terrorism. Go read them up and let USSFCM who that America refer to the people where they support or where they finance physically or where they support terrorism or terrorists emotionally. Go and read it up. You go afraid for yourself. Yeah. When they talk about ICC, Madabi is going to ICC now fake. I will tell you, say Madabi, you need to ask yourself to go to ICC. If ICC get for investigate and then killings inside saloon, those of you who aid and abetted, who support the call where they be the call, dangerous call, we cause people and for die, including Evangelist Samson. I can tell una, say a 100% sure say, una na people them, we then go likely indict or support to then can call them. As long as lives and loss, police officers and loss. If this government, after June 24, where they win the election, if they want, if the government, especially the status where Salonde right now at the UN Security Council, if they're serious for stop this kind of terrorist the terrorism, where a lot of una they support, they aid and abet against una country. If they're serious for ensure that hey just go over there. If they're serious for make sure say then stop the political pressure and for push the world for identify una as potential supporters of terrorists, it's very easy. Very, very easy. The evidence is available. They just need to match it up to the person where they do the terrorist act and then bring up the support where una support for amplifying message. Very, very simple. Not a big case. All right. Now look like Rwanda. Rwanda, then there's any technology not being rampant, but then still able for track people and way being the able for we being the promote the message then way them they call people them cockroaches, they call people them for come out with a machete and all that and they're able for track some, even though some still hide, some still they, but as then they go, then they're able to identify people. So for one only, it's very, very simple. It's very, very simple to make the identify una and bring una to book. Some of us are available for help them with the materials in it. Because me, I get poku when I can see people and they do the thing, I can just download and say why Because I me able see beyond, I will see waiting some of these brothers and sisters they contribute to. I will see waiting and they create. I will, some of them think say because I did America, I'm safe and this and that. No, you are aiding and abetting terrorism. You are aiding and abetting things where they take lives. So you are a contributing factor to the terrorist call against your nation. America might give you documents, but they are not ready for host a terrorist. Why? Because they themselves, now the grandpa and the fight against terrorism. The moment they identify that, they don't spend billions of dollars on the fight against terrorism. So they're not going to support you. Don't get it twisted. Yeah, one guy in the call Pop Sheik, they talk about Ingo, this and I go buy gun. If the government see us, if the government's ready, those things are evidence. Those are evidence. For this status we want to get, even if we don't get the status at the United Nations Security Council, we want still get waiting go able for make una indict them people there. Because these people are no longer talking about freedom of speech. No, they don't go beyond the responsibility where freedom of speech they come with. They don't go beyond them. Like I hear Pop Sheik, they talk to this, make them go burn people in house. Let them burn people in house. That's not freedom of speech. That's not peaceful protest. If in the talk say, okay, then go burn APC people in house, there is a law where you for follow, for make sure say you get justice. But for you for telling them go burn people in house, that is an act of terror. And you can't sit in America thinking that, oh, you're American, I get freedom of speech. No. You are the president of former president of the United States of America, Donald Trump. They're under hot waters. If Donald Trump will get money, when an American citizen, now former president, able to go through Wahala. So who are you? You think that America care about you for you can't put in country and in a position where people will say, hey, who now where they talk about terrorism and they about terrorism? When they think, that sense. Sense not it. So, my brother and sisters, wait in a salon. But I don't make anybody push you now for going on the street for go do any protest. Then one way they call for protest within the diaspora. The question you for ask them this night, why are you not here? Why are you guys not here? We would have loved to see you in front of the protest, telling us how to go about it, what to do, and what not to do. Well, they are not there. Ask them again. You are concerned about this election. Why didn't you come down to Sierra Leone, register, be with us so that we can all vote together? So that we can all vote together. Why? Ask question. Why didn't you come down to Sierra Leone? If you're so particular about us winning this election, why are you not here? Because we see other people in other political parties then go down. Like NGC get plenty people away go. SLPP then get plenty people away go. Go support them party and boost up the number. Why? In the first place, when media don't know me honest with you now. Because can they call you been there every platform, some of them platform. They advocate say let we diasporans and come together and push government to make sure say we in America, we Australia, we England, we Canada. Let we able for register now and vote where you reach for vote. Una media they not support that call. If they be honest about giving you guys number, today una get the largest support base because a lot of una then fufuna and misinform una. The amount of misconception we packing sound, deceit and lies and propaganda way about Sierra Leone we packing sound. They don't do for make una billionaires. But none of them ask questions. But why don't we support this? Like we all don't add to the number. Like what they talk say people are not register better African. Like then tell me we all the vote And ask question. But they want for push people and for take to the street with them fake press release when they pass. The APC leadership don't call for let people and take to the street. You want to take to the street? Such security presence, international community people and they get for defend them. And we know when people take to the street. So in other words, you guys are not honest to Sierra Leone, we're not honest to una party, and now una are the very people and where they cause political tension in this country. The APC, this current APC, dangerous. This current APC, deceitful. This current APC, na APC way genuine APCians fight against after June 24. Wanna make sure say wanna clean the system. If no one forget a good face, because I can tell and say all this international community you lie about, the international community is highly aware that the tension, the pressure, the deceit, the misinformation is coming from your people. They know. So, my brother and sisters, them not sit down America and push your brother, your sister, your auntie, your uncle, or take to the street or sit in the go protest. It don't make sense. The election, they go on. The election na Saturday, 4 days. Today is Tuesday. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, like so. Then go down go vote. Let the ballot box speak. Let people go protest at the ballot box. It better pass than go. You say, this person under you, this person under you. Evangelist Samson, when they come with, almost spend them. They don't the national diaspora, don't get that money and say, hey, would they take care of Evangelist Samson in Fambo? Almost spend them. Which one by non grab say, I will take care of Evangelist Samson in picking them. Say them don't school. Which one pan them? None pan them. Which one pan them? Don't go free tongue, go find lawyer for them one day where they old from Augustine within a Pademba road, where they go court back and forth. Which one pan them? None pan them. Which one pan them? Left them, fumble them. This time and go join a free tongue. Say, let us go campaign, let us go this and that. None pan them. But then sit down at the comfort of them, couch them, then host them. They enjoy everything we which man put in place for them. They want una for go lost on our lives, cut on our lives short for waiting for irresponsible politicians. We're not able for do anything for our people. Go to the APC party office. Let you see where young man and young woman they sleep now go and they suffer. That should not be the condition of you, the very voter. Now, una na the employers them. Now, una they give work to them people there. If una give them work 11 years, they don't do nothing for una. Other person can pull them. Other person they make progress. Hey, una sit down, let una allow this progress for see if you go change something for una. Una not join them politicians there again. They pay people at diaspora. They tell una team them for go on the street, burn policeman, kill policeman, burn government structure. If they can power, who said they put money for building structure? Now thief no more than can thief. For let them say they up there, cack, begin send girlfriend and oversee, begin this, they travel up and down. This is what they are pushing for. A lot of them who be under them politicians there, then don't broke. Now they want money. Election don't come. Then they fetch like lion for fix themselves in a position. Imagine all them with borders and within a social media soon. All right? All them with borders within a social media soon. Then they make like say they like Sierra Leone. Then they make like say Sierra Leone and they faithful. But ask them why are they not telling you about the good things and where they happy? Why not the bad things? Why they can't tell you about killing? But you feel for us and say, but wait, with all this killing when they talk to this government don't kill. Why is it the government, the international community, United Nations recognize them and vote for them for being part of the Security Council? It don't make sense. They no say all them killing they triggered by the APC. Then no say all them killing the people within the APC they support them and get the intelligence. They know. So long we keep our country safe. Then we keep our country working. Then we stop all negative messages. Now the dollar, now him don't drop so to the Leones. What they try for them? Then still it's guy for life pound saying our government at this point and then go scatter $20 million for making not lie. Not lie. I tell you the last thing saying that then self they cause this economic torment just because they want politics message. So now election don't come, they need money. They need money for pay people and for bribe people them. So what you can do? All them couple them and keep and not making release into the system. You do what they do. So you see, it is a very politicians who are using their own people to disrupt the peace of this country. APC members are diaspora. Una land for follow them liberal one them. They want to win an APC, or then they talk the truth. Una follow them. If una follow and listen to them, I'm telling you, brothers and sisters, you will get a beautiful APC. But if una fasting for follow them one day win a celebrity, the life pauna, we don't want to listen. Any other story like some of which audio them, they don't want to listen to them. Yeah. Then on a fasting day, I'm telling you, you guys are always going to be in a position wherein, you know, negatives will be coming. All the thing where you see Sierra Leone not bad. All the thing. Like I know one of my brothers here in Toronto. He cried on the airport. Cried on the airport. 270 million waste. Na terminal to airport, but for airport be airport, you can forget terminal. So it don't make sense. A terminal to airport, na this, blah blah blah. I go free tongue. We go free tongue. We see the airport. I ask her, say me man, I see the airport. It go, my politics no more, but it's good for we country. Imagine. Then a politics no more, but our airport it uplift to country. It's I enjoy a colleague. So you see, at least it goes to me behind the scene. For one thing, we can always do, go tell you the right thing behind the scene, but when they go out there, then be political. That is what me not they do. That is what a lot of us will stop for the do. When something is good, it's good talking for your country. Talking for your country. Because the way you appreciate your country, not so foreigners and they enjoy, say, Sierra they appreciate their country. They will love to come to see your country. But if you they cry down your country politically, then my brother, you're dangerous to the country. So my family, una not team up for protest in this country. They don't go born good picking. You the poor man where they watch me right now. Maybe you get chance for watch me right now, or you watch me. You did diaspora. I get for left one thing with you. Or let you tell your brother and your sister. 11 years. Una party on power. Now the same way how your brother and sister na salon be day. Na so them in day. Take them down. They not add on their life. Some even deteriorate. Because healthcare was not there. Some of us lost our parents because health cannot be. Let's health cannot be. All right, under them. Okay, but one thing where you for count as you gently that life, waking up every morning. I make it cool. If you know they ever think say, hey, we stay make it cool, make it cool. No, say every day when you wake up in the morning, it's a make it cool. So that gently way get that life where God give you. All of us you gently. If nothing, they work at the country safe. Let that enjoy that gently day. So don't allow anybody for move you politically, for go confront the law enforcement officers with dangerous messages them. It make you become bitter against those who are supposed to protect you from danger, protect your property. Don't fall for it. Enjoy that gently. When are you life? Live and live another day. There will be hope. Evangelist Samson. Then why we die Augustine? Then why we die McKinney? Then why we die Alosa? Then why we die Natumbo? Then why we die under this bike home? Say 7 and 9 stronghold. They are not here today. They would have loved to be here. But politically, they were convinced that that protest is for the country, is for their future. Where are they? Are they here to see the future? No. Politically, they were misinformed that they are going out there to protest on behalf of their party, and fail for tell and say, you get gentry. You have something that you must protect, your life. So my brother and my sister, they watch me. The protest, what did they call you for? First way for identify, say, how can I use me gentry and go face the law enforcement officer with a message we say, kill policeman, be lawless, block road, this and that. Me on gentry. Then you would send me for going on the street. You there under with your gentry, your life, and you fumble in gentry. Don't fall for it. Do not fall for it. Stay home peacefully. Wait for Saturday and go and cast your vote. That is what you can protest with at this point in time. That is what will make you feel satisfied that I go vote. You don't want them. But don't go and mortgage your gentry, your life. One green life you get. One green life you get. If Evangelist Samson may get two, like if you still live. If now they send you be able to give you life, and for don't give Evangelist Samson life, if you listen, the Adebayo, what he tell una say, Jesus Christ, na him be no side they go. I make you accept for can die for we sin. In other words, Adebayo they tell you say, you know Creso, you know like you for left Holland, who side they enjoy everything they for come, for can't team up before policeman say I go kill you, I go burn you, and he die. Because you don't know side they go, you know say that gentry get in life important. But your own life, he put him hand for control him. Say go because of waiting for political party. Imagine you don't go sell you gentry. That gentry, one time gentry where God give you, put you in your mind belly. You don't go through all the hard times in life. You have to wait and be patient for the next day for see what God gets for you. And say, no do more. You know worry. When you die for a good cause. But them not they come for die for the good cause. Rashford. When I say Rashford, you watch football. Where Rashford makes so. I would think coach tell him focus. Where focus begins Koboko. So many say tell you say focus. Don't allow anybody to move you into the streets of freedom 4 days to election. Election therefore go on. International community are there to observe. And I can tell you, say, they are aware that the concerns of Unayon political party leaders them are not relevant. What make I say not relevant? Because the Samoa Kamara was approved by the Mohamed Kone. The APC win elections them under Mohamed Kone. All right? Samoa Kamara, Mohamed Kone, and Marabiu, the Mindena stage, Samoa Kamara agreed, signed signature for follow the rules and regulations of this country during this election. All right? So if they tell you say now because they don't want Mohamed Kone, it don't make sense. The international community not see that way. Yeah? This na DJ Million. God bless you. Have a wonderful evening. Salon Force. Thank you very much for watching. We say no to any form of tribal war or regional war in that country. Thank you very much.
We don't need no tribal in this time. Tribal war can't solve the problem. Oh no, tribal war can't solve it at all. You hear what I say? Tribal war can't solve the problem. check Granny, I scrub some clothes. As she spoke up her herb in her little chalk pipe, she said, sure, not even the soap nor soda again. Me God, tribal war can't solve the problem. My God, tribal war can't solve it at all. Tribal war can't solve the problem. Oh no, tribal war can't solve it at all. I want you to listen up, man. Into you, are you that wake up? The other day I saw a ladies' war. They were planning to march up to such house. Why? They said they are not getting any justice within the kitchen. So then decide to make a big war with their big spoon. May God. I said, ladies, tell me where are you going? They said, I'm going to stand up and fight for my right. Tribal war can't solve the problem. You hear? Tribal war can't solve it at all. Did you listen to me? Tribal war can't solve the problem. Tribal war can't solve it at all. Hear this. Another time I saw a youth man with an M16 just lying on his back. I say, youth man, tell me where are you going? He said, I'm going to stand up and fight for my right. You alone? Tribal war can't solve the problem. Tribal war can't solve it at all. My God, tribal war can't solve the problem. Did you hear? Tribal war can't solve it at all. We should live in love. War can do a thing. The arms of God is helpless.